don't have any on the team ignites.
They,
They've
they don't
taken the
need
exhaust.
any
Sorry,
though.
just to be clear, they've taken the exhaust for Cannon
Yeah.
because Cannon, when he uses his ultimate, you can shut him down with an exhaust and go, yeah, okay, we're stunned for a second, but same time, son, you did no damage, and now we'll rip your face.
That's
So
exactly what
that's
I was
basically what
thinking.
happens.
Like they went with double exhaust here because they needed to shut out Morgana and Kennen together, and getting an exhaust on both of them is going to make them useless. So I'm pretty happy with the decision making there, and it doubles as a preventative against Nocturne because the only way ManCloud dies mid is if Nocturne ults and gets the fear off while Flash is on cooldown. Otherwise, he's just totally fine. Like I don't think there's any way Nijaki can force ManCloud to get hit by a binding. The two of them have played this same matchup so many different times that I would be incredibly surprised if ManCloud gets caught out and ganked by Nocturne.
Best tag skin ever.
It is my favorite. What do you? Atlanta's probably going to start traps here, and I think he's going to want to trap this immediately, and then he's going to want to trap the ramps. And then Curse is pinging the try down there, so it looks like they're going to go make a play. Element's actually holding on to CV here. I think he's going to try and scout out and see exactly what everyone's doing instead of going for the items. And spectator overlay, we're going to swap these. Curse has a one-game advantage, and we're totally set.
Excellent. So it does look like what you said. They're going to go for this early red steal. So they're creeping into this bottom tri-bush.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to go the long way round more than likely. And what you'll see them do is probably come round to the second tower bush behind them. Because this path you can sometimes catch people sat in the bush where Rise is right now.
Here, we're gonna watch Goose's or MTW's perspective for this whole thing. They kind of have a feeling they know what's going on. Atlanta coming down here, very dangerous, very, very dangerous.
She's going to go for the golems here, and she's going to get caught.
Oh,
She's going to go golems, get caught. How brave can they be on waiting?
Oh,
How brave can they be on waiting? How brave can they be on waiting? Wait for it, She'll come. There's a stun. The bind.
Oh, that cleanse.
Huge.
Oh, good play, Atlanta. Good play, good play, good play.
In my opinion, if they were just a little bit more patient, she would have come even closer.
I agree with that.
But it's just one of those. It's the balls thing, yeah. It's having massive balls to sit there and go, I will wait and not be baited into going for it just yet. And
that was such a good play. If he would have been one step closer, even after cleansing the stone and flashing, he would have been in range of binding still. So such good play from Atlanta there. Very happy to see it. Clairvoyant's going out on a deer.
He burnt both though early game. That's the only problem for him. He's burnt both his summoners early game. Yeah. So bottom lane could be able to punish him for that with the Tarek Stun Bookshot combo.
I think Nocturne is going to be the one to punish him for it because Caitlyn does have the natural advantage down there. Xmithy actually using his smite right away, so we will not be seeing an invade. If you invade after using your smite on blue, then you're bad at League of Legends. Like straight up at level 1.
It's a bad idea. The reason it's a bad idea is because you're going to take a lot of damage from it.
Oh, look at Balls. Look at Balls. He's taking so much damage for this
Trying to ward straight away. Try to ward straight away, and immediately Elements and Cobb doing the best to keep him off doing it so they could get Nocturne down here. He does get the ward down eventually, though.
It's not where he wanted to put it, but it's good enough.
At least it's there.
Yeah.
You know? It's in the general vicinity.
Yeah. He took so much damage there, got so punished for it. What do you think of Elements starting boots 2 potions on all the supports with a stun? Because I personally think that that's the smartest idea. It's something I've been doing for a long time, and I'm really happy to see it reaching pro play here. Like, oh, and they sniped the ward.
That was really good. That was really good. Picking up that ward straight away. And Element's doing a little dance just to show off about the fact, yeah, we got your ward.
Yeah.
So
that is super good. It's going to open up so much aggression from Curse here.
Pink Tarek too strong. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, nerf Tarek.
I really do like the boots, though. I really think the boots is a great idea on the supports with the stuns. Yeah. It puts so much aggression on. And most of the ones with stuns or CCs do have an innate heal anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be too bad that you don't have the early health pot that most people try and pick up.
You start with 2 less wards, and I think good play and better warding is going to allow you to get away with not starting 4 wards. especially when you have a lane comp like Graves Tarek. Like, you don't need the wards in this bush to be worried about getting killed. Getting killed is not what you're worried about.
Well, as Tarek as well, you've also got mana. You know, you've got the innate passive where you get mana back for auto attacking. On top of, you're not going to spam your abilities anyway.
Yeah.
So mana's not really a big issue early game for a Tarek in that situation, and he's doing a good job at the moment. Elements of clearing these traps as soon as they get put down.
Ooh,
Nice
good.
buckshot combo from Cop.
Yeah.
With his
Very good play here from Cop, getting so much damage on Atlanta. I'm actually a little surprised with how much damage Atlanta's been taking down here. And Atlanta, 2% lifesteal, so he's not running Quints. He's running, or he's got the 2 points in the offensive tree. And
I'm guessing Nocturne's going to go. Nocturne's going for a fast level 6 so he can gank quickly.
Yeah.
He's not gone for an early gank anywhere, which I'm a bit surprised at because I thought Vlad would be susceptible top lane quite easily.
Well, Vlad is one of those characters that it's very hard to gank him, and particularly like with the way these lanes are set up. Maybe if Vlad was purple team, you would see a gank, maybe him sneaking in through this tribush and getting in behind him. But with the way Vlad is positioned here, if all he does is avoid these bushes, he's totally safe. There's nothing that Nocturne can do to get ganked, to get a gank off up top. And that's
Nice.
even with fear.
Yeah, I think one thing that's also happened as well, Pobel is playing very aggressive as Kennen, so doing a good job of trying to zone him out as long as possible from picking up the CS. And if Pobel had actually backed off so he could come in, he'd smell bait, you know? So by Pobel playing this aggressive, it's going to be difficult anyway to gank him on top of that.
I agree. And Pobelter's doing just a very good job of pressuring his advantage. Yeah.
So we may see Udyr sneaking bottom now. It looks like he's going to go for around the gank. He realises they only had 2 wards, I'm guessing. That's why he's come down here.
Oh.
So he's going to walk into the bush and meet into Udyr. Udyr gets the stun off. Phoenix down, so he's got the red buff. Element's in a lot of trouble, gets the flash off. Nice W from Pops trying to help him out.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of trouble though, and First Blood does go down. They did use Exhaust for that as well. Burnt the flash of Elements.
Good
And I believe heal
play.
was burnt as well. But no, I'm lying because there was no heal in that lane.
No.
Hardy hard. And now Cop going to get zoned out by Balls, doing a good job of keeping him away from Atlanta as much as possible.
Great job by Xsmithy going down there as he knew the wards were wearing out. They had Balls tell him exactly when Elements put the wards down. So Xsmithy ran down there when he knew Tarek would go to posture. Because what you do when you don't have wards and you don't want to go back to town yet is you leave someone in this bush to kind of scout out and let you know what's going on. And in this case, like, they knew exactly what Elements would do, and Xsmithy was right there to punish him for being greedy and not going back to town when he should have. So
But
really good
I'll
play.
point out to you now, that's a way to punish people who start boots because you get less ward coverage.
That's exactly what we
You
said.
can
earlier.
see the issue with it straight away. I like having boots, but you can see the downsides in this game as well.
Yep. And this ward actually placed exactly in the right spot to catch Balls' ward down there. Really good play. So
I think that was able to. I think Elements knew that because of the position he put it in last time.
Pobelter up top, Pobelter up top.
Sorry, there is an engagement top, and Pobel is going to go down here. No, he's not. Vladimir goes down instead. I'm surprised the Ignite was on Vladimir, so the patrol pull did come out. But I expected Pobel to go down with a Q from Vlad, but it never came because Pobel did get the tick just in time. Sorry for missing that when I'm not commentating on it.
No worries.
Scumbag Hindu.
So ManCloud does pick up the blue here, and he's actually going with the tier early. And the reason you go with an early tier in this matchup is because unless you play really poorly, you're in no danger of dying to Morgana at any point. Like, the only thing Nijaki can do to try and get a kill on ManCloud would be like flash ulting into him, and then ManCloud could just return with a flash, and really he doesn't need the extra HP from the early catalyst. So we talk about Rise item builds quite a bit. Bottom lane, I think they're going in. No, nothing too mumuch.
They've engaged, but Ball's doing a good job of zoning back out as much as possible. I'm just watching Udyr then in the top lane. Morgana sat in the bush, I guess, just in case. But Udyr did a good job top to not push the lane out and save as much CS as possible for Vlad so he didn't get too far behind there. He also stopped Kennen from recalling, which allowed Vlad to get a bit of an advantage back after dying. So he's not going to lose out too much, and he's going to get a bit of free farm on top of that now that Kennen's had to go back as well.
Crumbs was kind of sitting mid looking for the gank here,
Engage
Yeah.
on bottom lane. The ultimate goes off from Cop. He does actually go straight onto balls in the end, and most of the damage was absorbed by balls there because he just blocked as much as he could with the ultimate from the ultimate.
Yeah, good play. I kind of like the idea of using the ultimate on Graves, just basically almost on cooldown against a lane like this. Like, it doesn't have a particularly long cooldown, and when you have a lane with no sustain, it's a good
Top
idea.
lane though, Kennen going hard again on Vlad. Vlad's dropped to half health. The stun did go off. He's not going to die, I don't think. But
No, he's...
just wanted to commentate in case I missed another one. And it looks like we've got Nocturne in bottom. This stun ultimate is going to come from Elements. I can feel it. We're going to see Element stun, and we're going to see Nocturne dive as soon as possible.
mTw has no idea where Nocturne is. They don't know. They've got no vision in his jungle, so they can't rule it out.
He's in position now. The vision has faded, so they're just going to wait for Alan to come forward for that one last hit, and he is going to go in for this. Nocturne's gone though. No.
Good trap here. Good trap from Atlanta, preventing Elements from taking that perch. Just good play all around here.
And Kennen top doing a good job harassing Vlad under the tower as much as possible. Already picked up his Will of the Ancients, so he's going to be sustaining the lane very, very easily.
Yeah, early Will, and where Zuna doesn't have a revolver, that's a huge deal. Like, Kennen versus Vlad is such a ridiculous matchup.
Sorry, thought Crumbs was going to get caught in his jungle, in the jungle then, because he had a ward in the river, and he just went to ward, which was lucky for him. Possible dragon attempt going on. It looks like they're thinking about it. They've got to pick ward dash. They've got no vision.
I don't think this is a good idea, but I think they want
it.
You gotta be kidding me.
Let's take out Vlad, and barely lives yet again.
They want to force this, but Zuna is getting kind of rolled up top. Like, they can't make a play off that because there's nothing to make a play off of. Like, the only thing they could say is that Zuna or Pobelter cannot help him. So,
Yeah, it's really problematic. This is what we were saying about Udyr earlier, is that he's going to have trouble trying to gank this Kennen top lane. Especially now he's got a ward in the river to see Udyr coming. It's going to be problematic. And they are going to try and do this dragon. Crumbs has started it.
But Nyjack is here. And ManCloud hasn't